All right, people, welcome back. Real Tough Talk. Stephen J. Ghost, Shooter right here with us. We're going to jump into the next game we want to talk about. DG versus PME. Now, DG's coming in off of a win, beating Untouchables. And PME's coming in, beating easily LES last week. PME looks like the best team in the league. Let's call it what it called. PME drafted Swiss with the first-round draft pick. And he looks like it was a perfect selection for this team. But, Lou, the issue with this team is we always see them have a good regular season, and then they're usually out in the first round. So do you not take this team seriously because it's all about the playoffs, or do you enjoy the regular season as much as you can dominate it?
Proceed with caution.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially being that first round failures. You know what I'm saying? Regular season, yeah, it's good to do well in the regular season, but it has to carry over to the playoffs.
Right.
If not doing that, there's a problem.
And on the other side goes DG. They're coming in at 1-1, but they do not. Remember, this team was the Western Conference champs. This team has more weapons than they had last season. And it's Slutty, Bones is healthy, Andy Randy, Andy Fig, but they do not look like a lights-out team. Is that a cause for concern to you?
I don't think so, because they weren't a lights-out team last year, and they made it to the championship, and they were one catch away from winning that championship. So I can't necessarily say that they are, there's a cause for concern too much. It's too early for me to say with a team like DG. They always show that they have the ability to win any game they play. And that, as long as they're able to show that, then I'm confident that they can be well moving forward, because they have a good team on both sides of the field. And those pickups with Fig, with Randy, with Bones, who they could have used last season. They made some big pickups for a team that made it to the championship, and they're better now than they were last season. So I am confident that they will be looking good, moving forward.
And the draft pick of Slutty also definitely wasn't a big deal for the team. All right, we're going to jump into the game with DG getting the ball. Now, Chuck is going to be late, but Pams makes his return to the sideline coaching. Really quick, y'all, give me a thing. Why would you think this team was open arms to have Pams back? Remember, Pams was supposed to go coach for Untouchables. So he flirted with another girl, and now he goes back and says, that didn't work for me. Let me come back home. Do you think it was a girl calling the guy back? Or was it the guy saying, I miss you, I want to come back? What would you think? You start, Luke.
I think that Pam's is like an addict. There was no work on the block, and he couldn't get his fix. And he said, you know what? I'm going to go back to what I know with my QB. And that's what it was. And they would, anybody would take him with open arms.
Correct. What do you think, Ghost?
First of all, your analogy is crazy about the girl and the guy and all of that. Listen.
Because they broke up.
I get it, but you went too hard with that analogy. You gave too many details with that analogy. It kind of threw me off a little bit. But in terms of that, this DG team, they already knew what it was. Yes, he was, quote unquote, like you said, flirting with going to another team, but they knew based on who's on that other team and who's in charge of that team, they knew that that wasn't going to work at all. And they knew that Pams was going to come right back to where he belonged, to come back to coaching his quarterback and coaching a lot of guys that he already coached already. So they were willing to just let him try to think that he was going somewhere else, because they know that at the end of the day, he was coming back to where he belonged.
All right, we're going to jump into the game. Chuck will be here late. So Slutty's going to get the start. Third down after 2 short passes, Slutty throws a Randy in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Fourth down at the 48, Slutty throws the Bones low, incomplete, turnover on downs, and they get stopped. It's not the first time we've seen other quarterbacks start for DG because Chuck is running late. This happened before. I think it's a cause of concern, but I'll talk about that more later. That is a big stop by PME. Second down, Rel throws deep to Chat, open in the back of the end zone, drop. PME can't get any further, and they will have to punt. Listen, Chad likes calling himself the monster. The guy likes to worry about dancing and doing all this and doing all that. And however they do, he needs to focus on catching the ball. He was already focusing on the dance move before he focused on the touchdown. So I don't know what monster he's supposed to be, but right there, he looked like Slimer from Ghostbusters. Not a monster. He looked like, oh, a little cute thing, whatever. Not a big deal, because you got to catch his ball. Huge drop on him turning the ball over.
Listen, unfortunately, ghosts can't catch football. I know that I take that analogy or whatever, but they're ethereal, they're not real. So unlike, I can compare his hands to ghosts. Everything goes through them. And it seems like that's been a pattern for Chad. And it's unfortunate because we've seen Chad make some big plays for the team last season. They need that. And this touchdown was huge. There's a way that you come ahead against a team like DG, knowing that they don't have their quarterback. So why waste drives when you're dropping touchdown passes? You give them an opportunity to stay in this game, knowing that they don't have a quarterback right now, and that's unfortunate for PME right now.
Third down after 2 short passes, Slutty with blocker from Dirt. Those are Randy cutting in the middle for a nice gain. Good play right there by Slutty with the throw. 4th down, Slutty throws with Jalen, cutting in the gap for a decent gain and the 1st down. And if you look here, Light gets beat again as Jalen cuts inside. Now this is why they drafted Mo. They missed Mo. Mo has not showed up yet. Their 3rd round pick. This is why they need him out there on defense. He's not here, and right now we're seeing Light getting beat. 2nd down, Slutty on 4 rush, throws to Randy, cutting in the gap, who runs on the sideline to the 7-yard line. If you look here, nobody's staying with Randy, giving him open lane. 3rd down, Slutty on 4 rush, runs to the sideline for a short gain. If you look here, Swiss bulldozes Dirt. But Dirt attempts to go after Swiss's legs, which gives Slutty the run. Now the refs missed this one. This should have been a sack. If it wasn't that, should have been a 15-yard penalty. Swiss was livid. He was upset. He thought Dirt went after his legs. I don't think Dirt was trying to hurt him, but he's trying to protect his quarterback. And Swiss bulldozed him, abused him. And I told you, this Dirt bully is not being bullied. We seen the circle with Damo did it. Swiss did it. He needs to get in the gym. I know he does the deliveries with the sweets and stuff like that. He needs to eat a little more protein because guys are bullying him. This is a concern right here, but Slutty's able to make some yards after this. 4th and goal. Slutty finds Fig in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. If you look here, A-Ha gets beat off the line. A-Ha can't stay with Fig. Cooks him on the line. 6-0. DG, what do you think, Luke?
Well, Slutty's a capable backup. So that was good that, you know, your 2nd drive, you got to score. At least you keep them in the game. Now, Dirt, I saw, you know, the after effect after he got, I have to watch the actual video again, but he did get manhandled, you know what I'm saying? And I think that Swiss should be arrested for senior citizens abuse. You know, because that wasn't, and I don't think, like you said, I don't think he was trying to hurt him, nor was he trying to protect his quarterback. It was more like, don't get to my quarterback. If you mean protect them, then I would say yes. But a penalty on that, I don't know. You know, your legs are moving, you're on the floor, you know, so you try to get up, you know.
It looked like he just fell and his legs came up. That's what it looked like to the officials. Yeah. But definitely, he did something to stop Swiss from getting the sack. Because that was a sack, and we seen Swiss play great, but DG's able to score. So Rel gets the ball back. Rel is blitzed by Track, who's blocked by Dash. Throws to Jaquan on the sideline for a decent game. Big gain in the 1st down. Chuck starts warming up. Oh, I guess, thank you, Chuck. You decided to grace us with your presence now. Listen, Track should not get blocked by Dash. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, Hollywood's not here. Track is a captain this scene when Hollywood's not here. He can't get blocked by Dash. Good block by Dash. Playing against his former team. Big block by Dash. 2nd down, Rel on 4 rush. Throws to Jaquan cutting on the sideline for a decent game. Getting him to the 6-yard line. 3rd and goal. Rel with blocking from Swiss. Finds Jaquan in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Swiss gets the extra point. 7-6. PME takes the lead. Yo, Ghost. They are one of the most efficient teams in this league. Rel scores on his 2nd possession.
and it starts with the quarterback. One thing that Rel has that a lot of quarterbacks do not have in this league is his precise, accurate throwing. And he has that gun that can get the ball right to the receiver before they can react. And that's why crossing routes are going to be that much harder to guard for this DG team, because all it takes is for a receiver to separate for 1 second, and that dart throw is going to go right to him. So as long as there's separation, they're going to be almost impossible to stop. And Rel and this offense is showing that right here.
PME's offensive efficiency is tied with untouchables 64%. They score 64% of the time that they get the ball. This team is third in scoring, 22.5 points a game. So they're definitely a high-powered offense. Chuck gets the ball, throws it Rainey on the sideline for a decent game. Third down, Chuck on 4 rushes, sacked by Swiss. Swiss gets by Dirt. I guess Dirt didn't get the memo, but maybe he should have tried to maybe tie Swiss's shoelaces, because there's nothing else he can do to stop him. He bullies him again and is able to get the sack here. You got to do something, because Dirt looked like he's one leg out of retirement, Lou. They got to do something, because he's showing no protection this season. One of the worst offensive blockers I've ever seen coming into this season. What do you think?
Well, this is his farewell tour, so maybe he's leaving early.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Let's go take us a 4th down. Chuck on 4 rush. Throws Zeke to Slutty. 1-on-1 with Dre. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. The question was this pass interference? What do you think, Ghost?
And there was a lot of chatter on the sideline. There was DG saying that, oh, he got held. That Slutty got held by Dre. That should be a flag on him. And there was a flag that did come out on Slutty, because they said that he held. But the refs discussed it. They came together and they come to the conclusion that there was no flag on either side. They were all both battling for the ball, and it ended up just being an incomplete pass. Now,
what do you think? Was that the right call?
I think that this should have been a replay of down. At best, I think that they were both in contact with each other. I think that they both should have got a flag on both sides. This should have been a replay of down instead of a turnover. So ultimately, this hurts the offense more than it hurts the defense. Even though it was a flag on both sides, I think that this should have been a neutral call and just a replay of down. But unfortunately, that ends up hurting DG, causing a turnover.
3rd down after a short pass. Rel on 4 rush. Throws the Bezo on the sideline. Drop. Picked off by Bones. DG gets the ball back. This is Rel's first interception of the season. This wasn't on him. Bezo got to make the catch. Bones there making plays on this. Good interception by them. What do you think about that, Lou?
That interception could have been big. You know what I'm saying? Rel is, to me, has one of the best throwing techniques because of his experience playing college football.
Right.
You know, that's another team. That dude with the right receivers, he has some, but he just like y'all say, he's accurate, very accurate. You know what I'm saying? On that one, Bones came up big. Bones not defender. You know what I'm saying? That was big. 6'4", you're gonna make some type of play.
Well, yeah. That gets DG the ball back. First down, Chuck throws to Slutty on the sideline. Slutty leaves after the pass is thrown, picked off by Jaquan, who runs it back into the end zone for the touchdown. Dre gets the extra point, 15-6, PME.
And my thing is this. I was just about to say, the ball don't lie, because DG was able to get the ball back with that pick off by Bones. They're able to start the drive, but on 1st down, Chuck and Slutty has probably the worst miscommunication of the season so far. Because Slutty's there on a short pass, but he thinks the route is extended. He leaves when Chuck is already throwing the ball. So the only person that stood with the play was Jaquan. Unfortunately, he's on the other side of the field, and he's able to pick it off and run it back for the score. I mean, this is a mistake that they couldn't afford. Let's just say that. And unfortunately, that's exactly what happened.
DG can't get any closer to score before the half. That takes us into the half, 15-6 PME. Now, this is my thing right now. This is Chuck's 5th interception of the season. This is Chuck's 2nd pick 60 through this season. He opened up the season throwing 3. I know Chuck is the reigning MVP, but nobody's giving him anything. He don't have Wes. Wes has been injured. He don't have Dash. Fine. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to be the GOAT. You're the GOAT. You're coming off of a championship loss. You can't show up late. You can't show up at halftime. I don't care where you're in LES, and this is in the Bronx. So you should get it on time. You was late already early in the season. So you can tell me traffic. You can tell me whatever you want. I got 2 games where my starting quarterback was late. The reigning MVP was late. Pam's made his return and his debut. And Slutty scored on his first drive. And when you come in, you throw a pick 6. You come in, you get stopped. This is not working. So I know Chuck is used to dominating the game, but this is not dominance. He needs to get it together and realize nobody's giving it anything anymore. He can't walk on the field and say, oh, it's Chuck. Let me sit down. What I always told you, Ghost, the minute people was able to hit Mariano's cutter, you go in the ring, you go into the box with confidence. The minute you're not worried about Tyson's knockout power, you go in the ring with confidence.
Yeah.
People are not scared of Chuck anymore. So he needs to get it together. Got his coach back. But for you to throw 2 pick 6s, you and Slutty got talking about you wanted Slutty in the drive, you got him. Y'all got to figure this out.
Listen, my thing is this. If I'm, first of all, but not counting that interception, because that kind of hurt them in that towards the end of the half. But other than that, they held PME to 1 touchdown. You know, so you got to give them some credit. Their defense is playing hard, and they're making stops.
Are you serious? You gonna do that? Chad dropped the touchdown. Bezo dropped the pick and caused the pick. How are they stopping him? Are we watching the same game?
So you're saying that it's all DG?
No. I want to know what game you're watching that I'm not seeing. I just saw Chad drop a touchdown, and I just seen Bezo drop a pass that got picked. So you're saying that they're stopping them where? Lou, can you do me a favor? I know you're retired right now. Maybe you could go some glasses since you're home, because I don't know what he's watching. Maybe something's wrong with his camera, but he's watching something I'm not seeing.
No. I just got to say one thing. Hold on. Because we got to get past this half. I just want to say one thing. Okay, Chad dropped the touchdown pass. That's fine. There were 2 more downs after that, and they couldn't get nothing done after that. That was a stop done by the defense. That's 1. 2, the pass that was dropped by Bezo. It was also still caught by Bones. Give him credit. He was able to stay in bounds for that as well. So you got to give the defense some credit there. They are playing defense. So at the end of the day, when you're able to stop a team that was able to average 3 scores a game to 1 score in the first half, you got to give them some credit. Knowing that they're not looking so hot on offense, you got to give them some credit, at least in the first half.
Lou, I'll let you chime in. I'm going to say one more thing. So I guess if I throw money, if I decide I have pennies in my pocket and I throw it in the street, I'm giving it to charity. That's what I'm doing. I got you. My fault. You got it. Go ahead, Lou.
All right. Stephen J., which needs medication. But to say that no one's afraid of Chuck anymore, I would say, since Christmas is around the corner, maybe he needs to go before that. He might need to go see A-Rod's cousin in DR and get that, that little juicy juice to get that arm flowing again. You know what I'm saying? It was bad too. You said he's thrown how many pick 6s? This
is 2 pick 6s this season. This was his 5th pick.
His 5th pick
of the season.
Well, but it's all right. Now, we have to remember, Chuck is advancing in age. He hasn't played in a while as well. So it might, a little Ben Gay, a little, let's see by week 5. You might have to eat your words.
We'll see. We'll jump on the other side.
I keep hope alive with the GOAT.
PME gets the ball back. Well, throws the Bezo on the sideline for a nice game, pick up the first down. PME gets curled for the curse to 15 yards back. But what I like about that is Bezo dropped the pass that caused Rell his first pick of the season, and he's coming back to him. That's what a quarterback does. Shout to him on that. Second down, Rell rolls left on 4 rush, goes deep to Chad in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Sit this guy down. because this monster's scaring me. And it's not because he's dominant. He's scaring me because of his play. Third down, with blocking from Swiss, Rel throws to Jaquan in the gap, who gets through 2 defenders, runs into the end zone, put a touchdown. AI gets the extra point. 22-6. Jaquan is showing to finally be stepping up to the player who we always knew him capable of being. Great play by him. Rel's able to score. Here goes. DG's in trouble.
And my thing is this. One thing I said about Rel earlier is his accurate throw. As you see here, he gets through 2 defenders. That's a pocket pass right there. Yep. If I never seen one. Listen, at the end of the day, when Rel is able to make passes like this, he's hard to stop. And when he's when you give them that momentum and get these guys open in the gaps, yes, Chad dropped that touchdown pass. As you see, he was not rattled by it. He was able to keep the drive going and still make that big pass to Jaquan. Jaquan is starting to step up his game. He wasn't here in the first game, but in the last 2, you've seen his presence, and he made his presence felt. And that's one thing that this team needs, because that is the main thing that this team has to have to be consistent out there, and they look them just like that right now.
Third down after a short pass, Chuck goes to Slutty on the sideline for a decent gain in the first down. If you look here, Chad with the hit on Slutty, but Slutty holds on to the ball. This is why they drafted Slutty, to make these type of plays. Then Chuck throws to Slutty, opening the gap, getting to the 10-yard line. I don't know what AI is gone, and if you look here, he's on nobody. Maybe somebody invisible he saw, maybe the chicken running around the field, but he don't guard him. Slutty with the catch here. Third down, Chuck on 4 rush, finds Randy in the back of the end zone, for the touchdown. Slutty gets a 2-point conversion, 22-14. DG's getting back into the game. If you look here, Jaquan never slides over to him. They don't use the blitz, and they give up a touchdown. Now, I know you're saying Chuck needs to go to DR. No, these are the decisions Chuck needs to make. He attacked this defense. He knew who to go after, and he was able to score easily on this drive. This is the Chuck we need to see. This is the Chuck that's a reigning MVP, and this is the DG offense that we knew upgraded this season.
And my thing is, Lou, you wanted to comment on this?
I'm just saying that's the veteran in him. You know what I'm saying? You know, you expect veterans to step it up. You know what I'm saying? Who's easy reads on defense. He's gonna know who to exploit. You know, but Stephen J, you know, doesn't believe. He's thinking, you know, that he might have to join Dirt.
We're gonna jump in the next drive. 22-14 right now. PME with the lead. Third down after 2 incomplete passes. Rel throws a Swiss on the sideline with a block from Vic, gets to the 20-yard line and the first down. You look here, this defense is getting killed by the cutting routes. Everybody say, yo, Doughboy was crazy to draft Swiss. Swiss is not gonna show up. Swiss has been in all 3 games. He didn't play last week because he was resting an injury, but he's been playing all the games, been here. And he's showing the fact that he was a big pickup in this draft. People thought he was done, he's over. We done seen him get a pick the first week. We done seen him with a big sack, should have had 2. If the official didn't make that messed up that call. This guy is showing he's still capable of making plays, and Rel is able to find him. Rel's gonna then throw short to Vic, who runs for a decent gain, getting to the 10-yard line. Third and goal, Rel finds Jaquan in the front of the end zone, for a touchdown. Light gets the extra point, 29-14. If you look here, this is an accurate throw with Rob guarding Jaquan. That is the perfect throw. Can't get no better than that. This guy, Rel, is dead on accurate. And I know we talked about Chuck winning MVP. I know Jeremy won Johnny Rockstar Award for hard determination. He was the other quarterback. Rel won quarterback of the year. This is why. He was the best quarterback last year. Chuck was the most important player to his team, but Rel was the best quarterback. This is why he won quarterback of the year. 29-14. Lou, this guy's playing great this season.
But can he finish? Can he do it in the playoffs? That's what you got to remember. He's a great talent. Great talent. I'm not going to put it all on him, but you know what I'm saying? You said he won offensive player of the year last year, but
Yeah, quarterback of the year. Yeah, true.
Quarterback of the year. So, you know, quarterback of the year, but you ain't get out the first round.
Wow. DG gets the ball back. Chuck on 4 rush, throws to Jalen in the middle, knocked away by Jay. Second down, Chuck gets blitzed and sacked by Swiss. Swiss gets around Dirt. Yo, why is Dirt there? This guy's running through dirt like a turnstile. It's like a conga line. Sack. Sack. What is he here for? What are we doing? Swiss's second sack of the day. Third down, Chuck was blocking from Dirt. Those who ran in the front of the end zone, but Chuck steps over the line before the throw, 5-yard loss down. You know why he stepped over the line? He don't trust Dirt no more. He's trying to move as much as he can because his blocker was eating more dirt than he was playing. So instead of calling him Dirt because of whatever reason, you call him Dirt the way Swiss had this man on the ground. Last play, Chuck throws it up, knocked away by Shane, turnover on down, ending the game, PME with the big win over the defending Western Conference champs, 29-14.
And I just got to say, first of all, like Lou said, Rel is probably one of the best quarterbacks, if not the best quarterback in this league right now. He's the hottest, definitely. And he's one person that's always consistent in the regular season. Keywords, regular season. But I'm not going to talk about playoffs or whatever. Rel is doing his job. And he's showing that all it takes, like I said all day, is for these receivers to get some type of separation. And he's getting it right to them. Nothing that this defense was able to do was able to slow down Rel in this offense. And that is why they were able to score 29 points in this game. So you got to give them credit for that. You got to give their defense credit. They were able to make stops and make Chuck's job miserable. And one thing that led that was Swiss blitzing and rushing in, putting pressure on him constantly. And because he was able to do that, it made Chuck not able to score but two touchdowns. Well, actually 1 touchdown. So they held Chuck to 1 touchdown this game because Sleddy scored the first one. So you got to give it to Swiss. He's here for a reason, protecting the quarterback, blocking, able to go out and get some passes, and he's able to stop the rush by himself. So that's Swiss doing everything that he can, which we know he does because he did it for IOD seasons prior, and that's why they were able to come up with this big win here.
What do you think, Lou?
Well, I'll tell you like this, not to take any credit, but Doughboy asked me, should I go with Swiss at the draft? And I said, heck yeah. That was a big, that they didn't need anything else. They have leadership, which they've been lacking.
Yeah.
Now, come playoffs, he's going to make a big difference. He's already making a difference now. So just imagine during the playoffs. That's another scary team. With the offense that they have and their defense is not bad. I don't know, man. This season, I don't see who a favorite is.
Mm-hmm.
I got like 3 in my head already, and it's.
Listen. First of all, I get you PME. PME is the best team in the league right now. They're 3-0. Their offense is scoring, like I told you before, at 64%. And that's not even adding these numbers in this game. Their defense is giving up. They're giving up points 36% of the time. That's 4th in the league. That's great defense. Overall, their defense is giving up 13 points a game. That is 2nd in the league. Their offense is scoring 22.5 points a game. That is 3rd. So this is a good team. And the thing about it is, the way we say they lose in the first round, Swiss is not going to allow that to happen. First of all, you get a bye. Then second of all, if you can win the division, you'll play one of the winners out of the bye. So this team is prepared. They're tops in interceptions. This is a good team. They struggle in sacks, but Swiss is going to change that. And if they can figure out what's happening with Mo, this team gets even better because you saw Light is not the player he used to be. On the other side, now with Chuck, do you know Chuck came, not only did he came late, he was 1 of 5. 1 of 5 with a pick 6. This ain't working. He got to figure it out. And I know Pam's is back on the team. They're brothers, but Pam owes his loyalty and coaching to the team. He came back to coach up the team, win the championship. They lost last year. So he has to hold his quarterback accountable. Can't be coming late. Like, whatever the reason. I don't care if you have to get a sleeping bag, a tent, and sleep at the park the night before. You got to make it on time because you play horrible. Now, this team, they didn't want to say it. They missed Timmy. Block it. Dirt, done. Chulo, hurt. Hollywood, not strong enough. They need a blocker bad. They're struggling on that. That's going to hurt Chuck's game more. Chuck has upgraded, DJ has upgraded their offense. I'm not going to say that they've been playing horrible this season, but Chuck has thrown 5 interceptions this year in 3 games. 2 games he did not start because he came late. This is not working. They got to figure this out because the UFL this season is the hardest that it's ever been.
Yeah.
Now, Chuck, I'm not going to disrespect the man, 3-time champ, but if you remember, he only won 1 MVP in those championship games. So he's not lights out, and he did lose one. Now, he's right now with this touchdown pass of the day, he's at 144 touchdown passes. He's about to break 150, never been done in the league before. Right now, he's running away with that 144. Don't get me wrong. That right there is an accomplishment. We know his numbers in other leagues, but you know what I'm saying, Lou? When you can actually hear the numbers, 144 touchdown passes, unbelievable. But it don't matter if you ain't winning a chip. It don't matter if you're going to play and go 1 of 5 this game. It don't matter if you already threw 2 pick sixes and it's only you played 3 games. Maybe he's trying to be like Lou, because I believe Lou threw 4 last year. Like father, like son, I don't know. Maybe they're battling that out because right now he does not look lights out like we're used to seeing him. And right now, Rel is the better quarterback.
I have a question. He put up 29 points last week, right? They put up 29 points. How many touchdowns did he throw?
DG last week.
Mm-hmm.
They played
Untouchable.
Yeah, he did put up. Yeah, you're right.
So how many touchdowns?
That was the worst defense in the league, Lou. Don't do that.
Doesn't matter.
Don't do that.
Doesn't matter.
Don't do that. I could go get my daughter. She could have put 2 touchdowns up against Untouchables.
You know
Don't
what?
do that. That was a horrible defense.
We're gonna do that at halftime next week. All right, and let's see.
Listen, DG is not a favorite. They're not a favorite. PME is. PME is better than them. Untouchables are better than them. I'm just throwing it out there. Pam's came back. He has a lot of work to do. He has to figure this out. Now, Jalen has been playing great, but this team misses Dash.
Nah. No. Trust me when I tell you, Fig is going to be a problem. When him and Chuck get together, it's totally different.
I hope that's cool. I hope you got your pom-poms for him next week because right now, Fig did catch a touchdown pass, but it wasn't from his quarterback. It's from a backup. We'll see what happens.
But now, you know what they do need? They need a blocker.
Yeah, back. So
now, Chuck, he can still move around with a halfway decent blocker because, I might want some donuts and I don't want to throw dirt on dirt. But they definitely need an upgrade in the blocking.
All right. We're going to wrap this one up. PME with the win over DG 29-14. We'll be right back.